channel and happy Valentine's Day. We are filming this on Friday the 14th of February.
That is Valentine's Day.
5:15 and our front door is down there. We're in a lovely apartment right by York Racecourse and we're here for the weekend. Lots of exciting stuff to come over the weekend, but we're actually about to go out for dinner and have our first activity for the vlog tonight. But more about that in a second. I thought I would bring you round our apartment for the weekend. So I'll start off in our bedroom. I'll just quickly spin you around. So before I show you our bedroom, I just thought I'd show you in our little hallway area. These posters on the wall are really pretty. So this is like Fountains Abbey in Yorkshire. Again, York is a big city for their trains. And this is like really old rustic style train posters. You got the Yorkshire Dales, which looks really pretty. And then of course you have York.
City of York.
I love this city. You've been briefly before,
Yeah,
but we've never done it properly, have we?
I'd say we did quite a little. We did a little bit. We saw the shambles, did the dungeons. There's quite a lot we're doing. We've not done yet though.
Yes.
So
yeah. Do you want to show them the house, or
hell
shall
yeah, let's do it together.
I will pass you over to Mr. B.
It's a living room.
Yeah, we'll show you in here first. This is our living room. You have a llama. You have a fox.
It's very quirky. Also, up the fox den.
And there's loads of monkeys everywhere, just to say. I think the floor's heated in here because this rug floors are really hot.
Yeah.
You've got the TV. This is where I'm potentially going to be doing some editing over the weekend because I have actually brought my laptop.
And this is where I'll be chilling with the Domino's tomorrow.
Yeah, we're having a Domino's night.
Hell yeah.
We've got a complimentary bottle of bubbly. That's the Wi-Fi access and password. We don't want you guys to see that.
Do not want. Yeah, no, hell no.
This is our little kitchen area.
Nice fridge.
It's really nice in here, actually.
The herb garden.
I'm guessing those are notes from people who've stayed before, potentially.
Quite possibly. Tea and coffee is. Oh, and hot chocolate as well.
Oh, I might have a hot chocolate. We do need to get milk, I think. There's another monkey.
Something I appreciate is they're giving like health care, well, like basic, like paracetamol, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Just in case.
Plasters.
What's in there?
That's tea.
Tea.
I'm guessing that is a milk sachet.
Milk sachet, so it's like powdered milk. That's fine.
There's sugar. Oh, sugar cubes. That's why
very
I've got
nice.
You've got your kettle. We've got a microwave. They've even left us
Cooking recipes.
recipe books. So that's like our little living area.
You get some salt, pepper, and all that plus, which is great. It's great.
Then if we I'm just turning the light off. Come this way.
Welcome to Homes Under the Hammer with Lou, except it's not for sale.
We'll go this way. We have a monkey again.
Monkeys everywhere. The monkey, the funny monkey.
The funny monkey.
The funny monkey. This is a bathroom.
This is a nice bathroom.
And that shower is very nice. I've used that shower. It's good.
They've left loads of toiletries out for people as well, which is really nice.
Nice mirror. What are we saying? U and B is not included. Or in that one. But yeah.
And then...
Should we go to the bedroom?
Yes, I like our bedroom actually. This is a really nice bed. We've got a stool here.
Monkey!
Little, monkey.
So many monkeys.
I love the monkeys.
I really like this wall.
Yeah, it's like 3D as well.
Yeah. Very nice. Very nice.
Very nice decor, a nice picture of a
motor bicycle.
Motor bicycle.
It is actually, it's like a bike.
Nice bed. It is comfy and it's messy because we've been getting ready and having a chill. Nice mirror. Hello. It's us.
But yeah, that's it.
Yeah, so we're off out for a meal at the Olive Tree. And then after the Olive Tree is our first activity of Valentine's weekend.
What are we doing?
Ghostbusters.
Hell yeah, let's do it. All right, we will see you in the city of York.
Yeah, we'll see you at the Olive Tree. We'll show you a few shots of the surrounding areas of the restaurant.
Hell yeah.
Dinner with a view, anyone?
It's lovely.
And then we're going in here. The olive tree, a taste of Mediterranean. I can't wait. I'm hungry as well. But yeah, a little bit of history there. We're not doing it this trip, but whenever we come back, I would like to walk up there. I think you have to pay to do it, but I would like to.
Yeah.
Because it must be nice up there. Should we go eat?
Hell yeah.
I got a rose.
It's Valentine's Day.
It was a really nice meal and they gave me a rose.
That's
what
lovely.
did you think of the olive tree?
It was very nice.
It's really good value for money.
I am stuffed, to be honest.
Yeah. It's very cold here at the River Ouse. I think that's how you pronounce it. Look at it, it's so pretty. It's such a pretty city.
Yeah, agreed.
And we have a rose. We are going to go find somewhere warm and then
have a beverage.
Tell you all about our first activity tonight of the Ghost Bus tour. See you soon. It is cold.
It is very cold. It is also snowing.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we just saw a little bit of snow and as soon as we got the camera out, it stopped.
Very tiny amounts of snow.
We're waiting for the Ghost Bus tour. So we've done the one in London. I've done the one in London 3 times. You've done it once.
Yeah.
And they're really good. If it's like London, I can't film or take any pictures on the bus.
Yeah.
Well, no, I might be able to take pictures, but just not video.
It's definitely snowing.
And it's a comedy horror tour.
Yeah, it's good because you see a lot of the city. It's obviously it's a tour bus, but also you have that like kind of comedy aspect to it. It's nice.
Yeah, and instead of just like all the usual history you'd hear, it's all the gory stuff.
Yeah.
It's all the ghosts and, you know, this happened here and that happened
It's
there.
cool. It's cool.
And I believe on this tour you go to Dick Turpin's grave.
Oh, man.
Which is interesting,
Jesus
isn't
Christ.
it? So yeah, we are just waiting for the tour bus to arrive. If we can show you anything, if I can insert any pictures, I will. If not, we'll review it when we get back home. Because once the bus returns here, I think we're literally just gonna
go home,
get a taxi back.
Because it's freezing.
But yeah, we'll review it before we go to bed, won't we? And then yeah, we'll let you know what we're up to tomorrow. But I do love York, it's such a pretty city. And you've got the city wall there. I think we're going to walk around that tomorrow.
Yeah, at some point.
When we've got some spare time. But are you looking forward to this, Mick and Man?
Yes!
We've also just been to a couple of pubs. One was very raucous.
Irish pub, great. Live music.
The live singer was
fantastic,
amazing.
Brilliant. Love it.
And
It's
then
called the Dubliner, I think. It's good.
Yeah, and then we just went in. Just behind us, the Duke of York, which is right by the train station. We've been in there before and it's so nice.
It's just right near the Ghost Bus stuff, or why not?
So yeah, anyway, we'll see you guys very soon.
Freezing.
Are you ready to get spooky booky booky?
Yes, but I'm also really cold.
Cold? Snow on Valentine's Day. That's kind of romantic, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's just really cold. I'm so excited. It's time, guys. It is cold outside, but we're now on the bus. So yeah, see you after. As you can see, we are back in the Airbnb. Ewan's feeling a little bit poorly, so I am reviewing the York Ghost Bus tour on my own for you. I have to say, I loved that. That was so good, and for £18 a person, I definitely think it was worth the money. Personally, for me, the guide was funny, informative. The driver was really funny too, in his clown mask, a little bit creepy, but very, very funny. And to me, we've done the one in London, and this had a lot more comedy. The bus could do a lot more, like they could like kind of zigzag down the roads a bit. There was one point where they were joking that the driver had never driven one of the buses before, so we went round and round about like 3 or 4 times. And because we were on the top deck and it was an old Route Master bus, it's still bouncy like it used to be back when they were a regular thing. So taking tight corners or going around roundabouts was actually really fun on the top deck. Highly recommend it. You see a lot of different ghostly sights of York. And I also learned that York is one of the most haunted cities in Europe, which is really intriguing to me. I love all this kind of stuff. There's also a portion of the tour where you do get off the bus. They act like the bus is broken down. And then you walk up the shambles a little bit, you visit an old execution site, and they tell you all about the Golden Fleece pub, which is the most haunted pub in York. And I am hoping to pop in there tomorrow, because I would just like to know, get a shot of it from the outside and maybe go in and show you the inside. There's 2 ghosts that specifically haunt. I think there might be more now, but there's like 2 main ghosts whose stories revolve around that pub. There's a lot of talk about Dick Turpin. We've seen Dick Turpin's grave. Terry's Chocolate Factory. I love a Terry's Chocolate Orange. There's a ghost story about someone who fell or jumped off of the clock tower, and people see that at night. There's loads of shops where they've dug up what was old. Like the Body Shop was an example, where when they were renovating a shop to make it into the body shop, they found loads of human remains under there. A Sainsbury's, which then became a multi-storey car park, they found hundreds and hundreds of remains. Still think there's some that haven't been found. So it's been a really informative and fun evening with a very nice, surprising end to the tour. I'm not going to tell you what that is, because I think it should remain a secret, and I think you guys should come and check out the Ghost Bus tour, because that guy was just so good. He was really funny. He liked making people jump. He got really into character, which helps when you do that sort of thing. But anyway, I'm going to take my makeup off, get comfy in my pyjamas, and then we will see you in the morning for our first and only real full day here. We've got quite a bit coming up, so I will go through that with you in the morning, and I will let you know what we're doing tomorrow. Our first activity is at 10:15 in the morning, 10:15, 10:30. So we'll go and get some breakfast before that, and I'll make sure to take you guys along for the day. It's going to be really fun. But I'm going to say good night, and we'll see you in the morning. Good morning. We are in Drift Off. It's a really nice cafe.
Drifting. I think it's part of Fat Face.
Yeah.
The surf shop.
But we're having brekkie here, aren't we? And what else do we love about this?
The doggy walk.
There's pictures everywhere of people's doggies, and we want to put Deli on the wall. But I have gone for an eggs royale, and Ewan has gone for
Some bacon pancakes. Because I'm making bacon pancakes. I'm not making them, but someone is making bacon pancakes.
and maple syrup. Yummy. So this is our first stop of the morning. We are going to the Jorvik Viking Centre.
Oh, interesting.
I'm really looking forward to this.
It's like quite good. So,
Yeah, there's a few hidden gems inside of here, but I'm really looking forward to going through. But yes, we will see you inside probably. I think
it's very cold, so I'm
It is
excited
cold.
to get inside.
this is cool down here. Look at all of this. So I think this is like an original Viking
Just come down, gather round, I'll tell you all about it in a few minutes.
road. So we just had a little talk, didn't we, about where we are. So this is a replica of a blacksmith's house, and then the toilet's over there. This is like a garden. What do you think so far? And we're going to see the world's most famous poo.
Around the time that Eric Bloodhouse, the last Viking king, was banished, the orbit expanded dramatically, with new streets, new churches, and a brand new style of houses. It was a busy place, with people arriving from all over the Viking world to visit, trade, and settle. In this multicultural society, people had different appearances, languages, religions, and possessions. The remains of part of this thriving city were found right here, and by carefully piecing together all of the archaeological evidence and what we know from other sources, you can now visit the Viking Age. We have arrived by the River Foss. Ahead lies the city with countless houses and workshops, many of them newly rebuilt, some, like this damaged one, a victim of unintended half-bounds. As ships became more seaworthy, the Vikings created wider trading routes, sometimes using chains of middlemen to carry goods from one side of the Viking world to the other. Silks and the cowrie shell found here suggest trade with Central Asia, the Eastern Mediterranean and the Red Sea. It is possible that our traders, like this one, made their way to Norway to sell their goods. Slaves may have come to Europe from Dublin and elsewhere, bringing with them the spoils of their raids or battle victories. Slaves were an important part of society all over Northern and Western Europe at this time. It looks like this slave trader is trying to make his way up to Copenhagen. But before we go, let's have a look at some of the many craftspeople working hard in the city. Here's Sigurd. He's using animal bones and anchor from deer to make some everyday objects such as combs, comb cases, skates, and bone pins. Making a comb and anchor could be very time-consuming, as the ones found here are made from many pieces riveted together and then decorated. We know that the Vikings like to keep themselves well groomed, as we found many combs in the excavations, as well as items such as tweezers and even ear screws. We'll now head away from the river towards the street of Copenhagen and meet some more of the people who lived and worked here. Ahead, you can see a simple, single-story building. These older houses were built from posts and had earth floors and thatched roofs. Most of these houses went out of use in the middle of the 10th century and were replaced by the oak-plank building we'll talk about later. These early houses were built end-on to the streets and had long backyards with rubbish bins in them. it's not likely that they grew much food in the yard, but they probably kept animals there, such as those pigs you can see at the pen by the fence. From the many pig bones we found here, we know that Viking pigs were quite short and had a long snout like a wild boar. Pigs will eat almost anything, so it would have been a great way to turn household waste into milk. Here's the blacksmith's house. Look inside and you can see his wife by the fire. Brummy, the blacksmith, is teaching his son how to sharpen a knife he had just made. Viking smiths were masters of their craft, and here in Jorvik they make everything from needles to beautifully ornate handles. Now we'll go across to the next property and visit his neighbour, Ummi, a woodturner who lives in one of the new style wooden planked buildings. Ummi is making cups and bowls by turning wood such as oak or ash that is poured over. You can see all the wooden clay waste on the walls which children may have used as spoon tools. By the way, it's this trade that many things gave its name to Cockney Street, the street of the cup makers. Another building is being built behind Ummi's house. Here, the cellar is being dug out and lined with oak planks before the upper story is added. You can see a stack of turrets over there that are going to be used to roof this building. Looks like the builders are having a rest here.
Hey. Hey.
This family also look like they're taking a break. The children are being taught to play member taps while they're grown. We found a wooden gaming room and lots of playing pieces made from gold, wood and ivory, so it must have been a popular pastime. Let's go back towards the river where big trading ships are built that have come up from the North Sea. Here, traders are unloading their goods alongside fishermen cleaning their catch. Goods and raw materials from across Britain, as well as rare and valuable items from further afield, were brought into Jorvik. Iron bars from Britain, alongside iron, sharpened steel, and more recycled from Scandinavia, and good wine from the Rhineland. Jorvik was truly bustling, a vast international trading centre. Here's some fishermen cleaning their catch and mending their nets. Fish from the rivers and the sea were brought into Europe, and we found thousands of fish that tell us exactly what people are for, which included lots of fish, eels, and even oysters. So these men are probably doing a roaring trade. Have a look at the man. His face has been reconstructed based on a skull that was found in the north. Later on in our visit, you'll see more real faces like this. This next plot is a backyard where the people living here seem to have been dyeing their own cloth. The people of Jorvik spun fleece, then dyed and wove their own wool to make textiles from which they made their own clothes. Natural dye plants such as madder, weld, woad, and dyer's green area were all used to create shades of red, yellow, blue, and green. Vibrantly coloured clothes were suddenly brightened up the streets of Jorvik. On this part of land, there was a garden that contained dyed gold lace, suggesting that a dye bath had been tipped into it. Limestone lined that ditch running up to this next building, forming a passageway to the back door. We are now entering one of the new style oak planked buildings. We're still discussing whether these buildings were 1 or 2 story, but they all had rooms or cellars below ground level. As we travel through this 2-roomed house, You can imagine that the floor at the back is being built, and you can see the cellar below where goods are stored. Above this sunken room, the window openings are only small, so, as you can see, it would have been quite dark inside these houses. In addition to the hearth, small pottery lamps and wax candles were used to create light so that the people who lived here could carry out their everyday tasks. In this front room, you can see a woman working at the loom, which was used to weave woolen cloth for clothing and blankets. We're now moving into Coppergate itself, an important commercial street right in the heart of the city of Yorvik. As you can see from these stalls, you can buy almost anything. Coppergate is just one of the many streets in this city, which was home to more than 10,000 people. The streets of the city of Yorvik are covered in filth and mud, rutted by cartwheels and with potholes everywhere. This leather worker seems to be having a problem sewing his shoe pieces together, and looks like he has Viking's disease, or Dupuytren's contraction. You can see it's caused the fingers on his hand to become clawed. It's a genetic disorder that runs in families, and seen particularly in middle-aged men. Tradition has it that it originated with the Vikings, who spread it throughout northern Europe and beyond, travelling to marry. This couple here are arguing about what to have for supper, meat or fish. It would seem that life hasn't changed too much over the last 1,000 years. They're arguing in Old Norse, but if you listen carefully, you can hear Old English, Middle Welsh and Old Irish all being spoken in this street. Here's a food seller trying to sell this wealthy-looking woman a cabbage of some sort. It doesn't look like the type of thing that would tempt her or her woman. This woman looks like she's struggling to cross the road. We only found 2 complete skeletons in the excavations here, and this one is based on one of them. You can see that she's walking with a crutch due to her hip problem and arthritis. You can find out more about her in the galleries to come.
Anthony Welton.
Here, we're in another of the new buildings. The first Vikings who came here were not Christians and worshipped their pagan Norse gods, but they seem to have adopted Christianity quite quickly. There is lots of evidence for there being a Viking-era church just behind Coppergate, and there were many other new churches built at Yorvik at this time. Here's a priest administering last rites. He would always have worn a stole around his neck, as seen here, as it marked his priestly status. We found a very small, silver, pink-coloured reliquary pouch in one of the buildings. The embroidered cross on it suggests that it once held holy relics, which have since disappeared, and now a mystery. Each property is separated from the next by woven wattle fences. We know from the 5 tons of animal bone found in the excavation that the people's diet was quite similar to ours, with lots of beef, pork and mutton, as well as poultry and fish. Supplying this food may have been one of the reasons for the major changes in the countryside we see around Yorvik at this time. In this backyard, animals have been slaughtered to provide meat and other resources. Body parts of cattle must have been a fairly familiar sight and smell around Viking Age Europe. As well as supplying meat, cattle carcasses also provided wool and amber, so valuable resources for making everyday items. Stomach contents and powder were other byproducts of this slaughter. There must have been loads of flies breeding in rubbish pits and dumps across the city. The red carpet there on the fence would have been a regular visitor, scavenging in the city, particularly in that area like this. Toilets would also have been situated in the backyard. Pits in this yard were clearly used as latrines, as they were full of human waste, as well as moss, which was a type of Viking-age toilet paper. This man here doesn't look too happy to be disturbed, so perhaps we had better move on quickly. Here we are in our final house. In the excavations at Copperhill, we found a few Viking-age musical instruments, including a set of panpipes which can still be played. Music, saga telling and poetry must have been important in the Viking world. Iceland and Scandinavia are cultures rich in storytelling, traditions that developed in Vikings. Norse mythology, which conjures up gods and monsters living in 9 realms, still captures the imagination today. We can picture what it was like sitting around a hearth and sharing tall tales of magic and bravery. As we arrive at the end of the journey through Norfolk, remember that everything you have seen is based on the evidence dug up by archaeologists from York Archaeological Trust. You can see some of the 40,000 actual objects they found here in the displays ahead. You can find out more by asking one of our team.
That ride was really good.
It's so good.
Interesting. It's suspended.
It's so good.
It's quite good.
It's 15 minutes long.
Very educational. Very good.
And very smelly.
I feel like loads of school trips do this.
It was smelly in there, wasn't it?
It was also very smelly.
And now we're in the actual museum. So all of these are things they found in the archaeological dig, and they found, I think they said, over 40,000 objects, didn't they? So these are just some personal items, like fastenings. Knives, yeah.
What wings as well?
It's cool. Look at the shoes, look at that tiny shoe.
Little made out of leather.
Must be. On the ride you see someone making a cone like that.
Yeah.
Oh, this is interesting. So, number 1 shows their... Where's the number 1? There it is. Shows their links to Dublin. That's cool. These are all the different cones. Very cool. Hazelnut and walnut shells, moss, green. That looks like apple seeds, green seeds and nuts, and the world famous poo. Why did you run away?
His name is Kvasir. Now Kvasir, as it turns out, has a slightly unusual gift. As he is made from...
I like the interactivity with actors down
It's
here.
good.
He is made from a
It's sort of like actor-led museum.
It is. It makes it more interesting.
And it turns out he is the most knowledgeable and wise of all of them. He stays with the Aesir for a long time, amazing them by answering any question they can come up with, and solving many of them. And eventually, Kvasir decides it's time to leave the Aesir.
Hello.
We just did the Jorvik Viking Centre.
The highlight of that is definitely the ride.
The ride is amazing.
It's very... animatronics are really good. Some of the best in the UK attraction, I think.
It's a bit like... I'd say it's better than Spirit of London. It's very technologically advanced,
Yeah, it's a suspended dock.
But it is a hidden gem in the same sense that Spirit of London is at Two Swords.
Yeah, no one really talks about that. I didn't even know that was a thing until last night.
Literally, it's really, I love it. I think it's really good.
Yeah.
I definitely recommend a visit there, especially cream tea, jacket potatoes.
Just looking at the menu. But yeah.
Can we go here for lunch, or is there nothing you do? Sorry.
We'll figure it out. But yeah,
Anyway.
it's excellent. You should do it. If you're in York, it should be like one of the attractions you do.
There's loads of artifacts from the dig as well that you can see. Some human skeletons, which they do say some of the animatronics on the ride are based off of the skeletons they found.
Yeah.
So it is interesting.
I thought it was fantastic. I'd say a good like 7 out of 10.
I think it costs £16.
No, it is worth me saying we're only in there for 40 minutes.
Yeah, we did walk through the museum bit quite quickly. But
yeah.
the ride takes up 15 minutes of your time, so I still think it's pretty good value for money.
I'd say if it was the ride on its own, it's probably worth like a 10.
Yeah. But we are trying to figure out how to get to the dungeon.
Like I said, I forgot where the dungeon is. Google Maps will be my friend.
But yeah, we're going to try and get into the dungeons a little bit earlier, so we can go and chill
And watch
before
Leicester.
Ewan's rum.
And watch Leicester.
He really wants to watch football, not me. But yeah, look at the Minster up there. It's a very pretty city. It might be that way. Oh, it's right there.
I see it. We found it.
We found it. It's literally there. Anyway, I'll spin you round and talk a little bit about where we're going next. Here we are going in the York Dungeon. Merlin Pass time. We thought, why not? We have done this before. You really liked it the first time you did it.
It's probably like in the top 4 dungeons.
Yeah, it is a very,
It's
very good
this,
dungeon.
Warwick Castle and probably London.
But we can't film or take you inside, so we'll see you when we come out. Hopefully they'll let us in a bit earlier. Let's go. Here's a little look at some of the shows, if the camera goes into focus. You start at the Minster, you got the Vikings, you've got your kind of staple shows in. Oh, it's Dick Turpin. That really creeped me out. But we're gonna go in now.
We just did the York dungeon.
And
And it was good.
it is so good. So there's a few changes in there. There's some new screens
It's been
as you
modernised.
walk
Overall,
in.
it's been modernised a bit.
And also, just before you go through the mirror maze, there's now a little scene with the fortune teller, which wasn't there before. So
I
that's
didn't
a new
actually remember
scene.
that. I was going to say.
That's a new scene. Oh
Sorry.
my god, sorry, we're getting dive bomb by
Getting
pigeons. So the witch scene used to be like the Molly Lee house in the Alton Towers dungeons, which is now closed.
Loads of them. But yeah.
That is now more like the one you get in London. But there's like a few added effects that isn't in a London one, like it looks like they scratch a painting. Overall, probably the best run through I've ever had of York dungeons.
I disagree. I prefer how it was before. But I'm not saying it's bad though, because it is still a very good one.
All the
It's still
actors
miles better than
were
Alton Towers.
all the actors were fantastic. Ewan's favourite actor in there was probably the Plague
I thought he
Doctor.
was great.
He was really funny.
Like, he delivered his lines really funny.
All of the actors, like we said, are really good in there. I really like the Dick Turpin scene at the end.
That's a good scene. That's a really unique one as well.
That genuinely scares me. I had a little bit of a heart attack in there.
I think it's not as good as Warwick Castle.
Warwick and London, I think,
And
are still a little
London's
bit
slightly
better.
as well, but other than that,
It's well
Yeah.
worth, if you've never done
It's
it,
better than Blackpool's. I'd say it's better than Blackpool's.
way better than Blackpool.
Yeah.
Although we haven't done Blackpool for quite a while. There's lots of changes going on in there at the moment. So if you have a Merlin Pass and you've never done it before, or you haven't done it for a while, get yourself here for a pre-book.
I recommend. It is good. Also, they let us go in early, despite the fact our pre-book is later.
Yeah, so we've got a rum tasting tour for Ewan at 2 o'clock.
Yeah.
So we're just going to go and find some lunch.
Something good about the York Dungeon, just before it's finished. Groups are a lot smaller.
Yeah,
than in
it's
London.
more enjoyable. Although I will say, I think York is slightly scarier
Yeah.
than other dungeons.
Yeah.
Like London is spooky, but it's a bit more family friendly. I think that definitely leans more towards scares.
Now I want to try some of the international ones.
Well, we still got Edinburgh to do in the UK.
Shanghai.
No,
Shanghai
I would
be
cry.
terrifying.
But we've just come up to the Shambles. We're walking through the market at the moment. We're going to go find some lunch.
Yeah.
And we'll catch up with you guys before you rum tasting. So here's our next stop for the day. I've also just held an owl, but this is my Valentine's Day present to you, and we're going for a half an hour rum tasting experience. Are you excited?
Yes, I'm very excited. You know me,
Good.
I love a tasty bit of rum, especially dark rum.
But look at all of
Dark and
this.
smoky.
Honey, golden rum, black cherry, you've got loads of different ones. Don't know which ones you'll be trying today.
I have a feeling it's probably, my favourite is probably going to be the Duck Turbot.
But yeah, it's exciting, isn't it? So, should we head in?
Here's our seasonal special, which is Queen Gwenelda. It's a honey golden rum. It's Eric Woodacke's wife, who Eric Woodacke is the start of the tour, so you'll hear a bit more about him. So this is our spring edition. So give this one a little whirl. It's 37.5%.
Oh, I'm a fan. That is very nice. That is very nice.
You're the big rum fan
Yeah.
out of the two of us, aren't you?
It's been very, very popular.
Okay, but don't let the name fool you, because small things are actually very handy when it comes to villainy. I have very small hands, really good for pickpocketing. All of you with open pockets, zip them up, because we'll be quite close during this tour. So just to warn you to start with. But we're down a back street here because we like to keep our goings on away from prying eyes. You see, York's not really known for its villainy anymore, so it's been sort of brushed under the rug, and we like to kind of reinvigorate it from back here and eventually spread our little tendrils into every one of you little villains who comes and visits us here. Now, we're going to start today with Eric Bloodaxe, and I will say I'll be asking you to cheers to him and everything like that, but one more thing before we go is when you're cheersing, obviously arms raised up, ribs exposed. Make sure you're around people you trust, because that stab time. So I hope you all trust me already, because we're going to be getting into it relatively quickly. And I just have one more question for you all before we begin. Are we friends or fiends? Fiends, nice.
Yeah, probably
Nice
fiends.
as well. Fiends to friends. Fiends to friends. Oh, is that a new romantic novel? Great. Well, you know, I can work with both. Fiends, you're already on the path. I can get you there. Now, our first stop is with Eric Bloodaxe. He is our bestseller. It's a black cherry number. And I think since he's our first stop, we should maybe say hi to him, give him a little greeting. So can you say hi, Eric, please?
Hi, Eric.
That was quite poor. That was quite poor. I'll get you to do it again. I think probably it's my fault because, you know, Eric, Viking, spoke Old Norse, so he probably didn't understand hi. So luckily for you, I'm very knowledgeable, and I know what the Old Norse saying was for hello, which was Heil log Seil. So in order to get your first shot, I would love you to please give another Heil log Seil to Eric. Thank you so much. Here we go. And now.
I've forgotten it already.
She's got it. Heil log Seil with me.
Hi, log sail.
Okay, I see it. We've got potential here. Gotta go for it. Here you go. And does anyone know the Viking word for cheers? Right. I don't know what sound you just made. It's skål. And if you haven't already downed it, you can give Eric a little skål with your glass, and on you go.
Skål.
Very nice. Okay. I'm pleased. This is a good start. Good start. I'll tell you a bit about Eric while you're letting that taste mull over. So he was king of Northumbria twice. He was also King of Norway, and he came to York and ruled until about 950 the year was, so a very long time ago. And you know, he kind of, his parents wanted him to be a doctor. And I just think, if your surgeon was called Eric Bloodaxe, or you went and you sat in front of your GP and his name was Eric Bloodaxe, you wouldn't feel entirely comfortable. I know I wouldn't. But that wasn't his real name. His real name was Eric Haraldsson, because Vikings, ever egotistical, named their kids after themselves. And he decided, no, Mum and Dad, I don't want to save lives as a doctor. I want to end them and kill people as a Viking. So that's what he did. And he changed his name to Eric Bloodaxe accordingly, which I think we can all agree strikes a bit more menace than Haraldsson does. He's known as Mary Bateman. Now, you know York, it's known for all its sort of wizard stuff, for that whole kind of horrible, I can't really say it, you know, lawsuit and all. But we thought we would delve into that magical history for ourselves and pulled out this. Oh, what a specimen she is, really. Mary Bateman, worked originally as a dressmaker between York and Leeds, but as all great women do, she had a bit of a side hustle. And she would sell potions and, you know, remedies to people as a wise woman. Now, she would give them, you know, these bottles of coloured liquid, and they didn't need to have labels on back in the day, so they could just really be anything in there. And she would say, hey, they'll make you feel better and they'll make you laugh and maybe have a headache in the morning or something. Coincidence? I don't know. But fortunately for you, we do need to put labels on our things these days. So I haven't managed to sneak any poison into these shots that I'm pouring for you. Not that I would. But as I pass these round, I'll tell you the very interesting story of Mary Bateman. Now, she managed to get away with a triple homicide once.
Do we actually have mixed?
Them. And when she was discovered, they said, hey Mary, what are you doing in this house? They're dead right there in the next room. Why are you taking all their spoons and stuff? She goes, I'm just collecting them the debt they owed me. You know, they didn't get to pay me before they died. It's not my fault. I've just come to collect my money and my debt and my spoons. And they were like, it's fine. Okay, go ahead, Mary. Whatever you like, love. Take all the spoons, take the knives and forks as well while you're at it. And she got away with it. But after that, she thought maybe she needs to be a bit more careful. And just stage left, Mrs. Blythe. About Guy. And since you all know the story, I'll pepper in some of the facts to make it more interesting for you. So he was actually born just down the street on Little Stonegate there, and we're on Little Stonegate here. So he's very local, even to this exact shop, which is very fun. And he served with the Spanish Army, under which he was known as Guido Fawkes, which is a kind of nickname he loved to use in everyday life as well. And this is where he became an expert in explosives, and hence why he was sought out by Robert Catesby and his sort of Southern Midlands boy gang who wanted to blow up the Houses of Parliament. Now, you know, Guy was a little bit of an outsider, but they needed him because he was the only one who had all this gunpowder expertise, which is what they wanted to do. Now, Robert Catesby and Guy Fawkes both have living descendants to this day. And Guy Fawkes just keep themselves to themselves, not sure why, but they do. But Robert Catesby has one rather high-profile descendant who you might know better as the King of the North, Jon Snow, Kit Harington, anyone?
Wow.
Pretty famous British actor. And he is indeed a direct descendant of Robert Catesby, the orchestrator of the Gunpowder Plot. Now, what's even more fun is that he actually played him in the BBC TV series Gunpowder, which was based off the events of the plot, which is so cool because it's like a historical reanimation of your actual own ancestral flesh and blood, which is very cool. But I'll pass these around. Would you like a mixer again?
What mix? Okay, yes, I have a mixer of each coat.
There you go. But yes, I'll
It's
go
quite
in a bit more
smooth,
detail.
actually.
Oh my god.
I
like
while you're
that.
sipping on them.
No, I'm not trying to neat. I mean, this is almost neat.
We all know Guy
I like a
Fawkes
litre of Coke,
was
normally.
discovered under the Houses of Parliament with 36 barrels of gunpowder. Now this would have been enough to have blown up all of London and 3 miles out of it if they'd succeeded. With the fairies, their names were Frances Griffiths and Elsie Wright, and they're pictured there on the wall. And they came in from playing outside, and they told the adults, "Hey, Mum and Dad, we've been playing with the fairies." And the adults go, "Sure you have, girls, sure you have, that's great. You know you actually haven't, obviously fairies aren't real." And they go, "No. Let us tell you." Novels. Now he was a pretty high profile figure at the time, and he brought a lot of national fame to these little teenage girls, but they stuck to their story. It wasn't until 1983 when advancements in photography allowed the photographs to be enhanced, and little tiny hat pins and very thin little strings were seen to be holding up these fairies, and they actually turned out to be very beautiful drawings, cutouts from picture books and magazines. So Kodak were right when they said everything in that photo was physical. That was the image taken. It's just the fairies themselves weren't real. However, those girls maintained until their death, I believe Frances, even on her deathbed, said they only faked the photos because they really had seen fairies and wanted people to believe them. And that commitment to the con, I think, makes them honorary villains. But it's quite a sweet story, really, especially during wartime, when I think people probably needed a bit of hope and magic and that kind of stuff. But we're done with the nice stuff.
Literally just what you said. We're going to have some dick now.
So
Yeah.
we're all children here. I'm very pleased to hear it. Now, actually, fun fact. Back in the day, there was no legal drinking age until 1923. So actually, you would have had little, like, pissed kids running about, fighting each other, probably smoking and shouting, and you know, in the streets. All these times, these previous villains I've just told you about were living. There were also kids being their very own little villains. Because, you know, back in the day, sometimes gin or beer was more easily available than water. So, you know, everyone would just be off it all the time.
Yeah.
But, and now I'm going to introduce you to Dick Turpin. Now, he's a very famous highwayman. He's not actually from York, but he died here, so we claim him. And he was originally from Essex. Now, as I pull these out, I'll give you a little bit of backstory. So he was part of the Essex gang, more specifically the Gregory gang, who were basically a bunch of kind of deer hunters, and they would steal deer and sheep. And Dick was a butcher's apprentice, and he would use these animals that they stole at work, which was illegal and would have got him hanged, but that's what they did. It wasn't until, for a few years he'd been with the gang, when a few of them started to get arrested, and he thought, nah, that's not for me. So he came to York under the false name John Palmer. Yes, another John. But you know, back in the day, they wouldn't have known what an Essex accent was. They would have known Dick Turpin's name, but not his face. So he managed to get around pretty much, you know, with no one ever recognising him. All he needed was the new name. So he did. He was trying to steal a horse, and there were chickens in the yard next door. And they were making so much noise, you know, clucking and squawking. And he thought, they're going to wake up the owner of this horse, and I'm going to get caught. So he thinks, I need to shut these chickens up. He takes out his famously quiet weapon, the gun, and he thinks, if I shoot these chickens, they'll shut up and I'll be fine. So he does. He shoots a chicken, he blasts its beak clean off, and obviously the gunshot is louder than any chicken sounds, and everyone wakes up. And very unfortunately for Dick, these chickens were game cocks. So they were chickens used in illegal cockfighting, which could be a very lucrative business if that's that's the side of the city you were on. And the owner of said cock was very annoyed, and Dick jumped on his horse but got caught and was arrested. But remember, this was all under the name John Palmer. So he was in prison under John Palmer, and still due to be hanged because, you know, horse theft was apparently really bad. But he had a bit of a rave, essentially, while he was in prison. He basically went on a 3-day bender, and he had so much money from all his highwayman shenanigans that he ended up bribing his guards with little letters he'd write to them. He'd bribe them, come back to everyone. He'd bribe his guards to bring in lots of booze for him. And the guards said apparently they made more money from Dick in the 3 days he was in prison than they would make from their wage in an entire year. And I think that shows you not only how lucrative his highwayman business was going, but also how much bloody booze he was bringing into that prison. But there they were, you know, basically having a rave for 3 days. And then, another twist to the story. These letters that he sent out to his guards eventually landed on the desk of the prison warden, which very unfortunately for Dick happened to be his secondary school head teacher. He was the man who had taught him to read and write, and he recognised his handwriting, and he thought, hang on, that's not John Palmer, that is Dick Turpin. So then all these crimes that Dick Turpin was known for could now be placed on top of all the stuff John Palmer had done, and everything just was really bad, and they were like, you're being hanged tomorrow. So he was. And you know, usually behind Johnny Skip at the end of the day actually went up to the news. And he was there, he was having a jolly time, he was drumming a little beat on the top, he was kissing the crowds, winking at all the women, he paid a band, I made that up, but you know, he was having a great time. And even he stood up onto the platform. He thanked the topsy to confess to him. He set his own noose. He then apparently spoke to the crowd for half an hour, like as a basically showmanship, you know, 101, and ended up jumping off into death himself. Didn't let the guy bloody pull his lever. No, he jumped off, and he managed to again break his neck pretty quickly, and so he died within just about 5 minutes instead of probably the half an hour it would have taken. The comeback changed. And one day, imagine it, you're walking down the street, someone comes barreling out of this fog, bumps right into you, and you go, oh mate, what are you doing? What are you doing? You just come out of the fog. What did you see? And he goes, I've seen the malevolent spirit that's been haunting us. I've seen it. It's a cat. And you think, oh, what do you mean it's a cat? What do you mean a domesticated house cat is what's been taking all our children and killing us and taking us all and filling the whole city with fog? And he goes, yeah, it's a cat, but it's not just any old cat. It's a pineapple cat. You know, back in the early 1800s, pineapples were very exotic. They were only reserved for royalty. You know, they'd just been sort of brought over to Europe. People would have been terrified, especially as an anthropomorphized form in the cat. So it's natural they were very scared. But nevertheless, Vinny, you know, he stuck around and he's here now with us. And he's mellowed out a bit. It's not as malevolent these days, but he likes it down here. Like I said at the start, we're down a back street. It's where he used to hang out in all his mist. And I'm signing it too, so we're bound together forever, unfortunately. But you've got to keep these contracts same. Now you go. You keep that. And,
I will break your heart if necessary.
Hello. We said the villain's rum tasting experience, absolutely fucking brilliant.
It was so good.
All the rums are like really tasty, but what I really liked about that was how it was kind of like the girl who done it, she was kind of like in character.
She was really good.
It's good,
wasn't she?
it's good, you know.
And the shop owner was lovely. She was saying her husband makes the recipes for the rums and she does the gin.
Yeah.
As essentially they started as a gin company based off of a fairy story.
Like fairy tale gin, villain's rum, I absolutely love that. I think it's sick.
So good, isn't
It's
it?
proper like, all the music in the shop is like really good as well. It's proper like kind of dark.
Yeah, so
No, it's not like normal, you know, not just like a rum shop, it's like a lot of York, especially like up the Shambles, is very like experiential.
yeah.
That's about when you go in. Like,
I would go.
love
I would go in that shop again.
Yeah, I
Because
would.
it's
I
just
thought
so
it was
good.
sick.
And we got some posters, didn't we?
Yeah.
But let's go through each rum. So you start with Eric Blood Axe, which is a black cherry rum.
It's nice.
For
it's
me,
good.
out of 10, that was probably like a 7.
Yeah, I'd say same. It's good.
Because, yeah, I'm not a rum drinker, Ewan is. I did manage to do that one straight, but I sipped it. You shot every single
you
one.
get a pink grapefruit rum as well.
That was the
which
second
like
one, which was Yorkshire,
Yorkshire
Witch.
Witch.
That was like a 9 out of 10 for me.
Yeah, I enjoyed that. It was really nice. Probably not my favourite.
It was your least
They're
favourite.
all good. They're all good. But it's just like drink-wise, I'm very much more of like a dark or spice rum kind of guy.
Then
So it's
you
like-
had a Guy Fawkes chili, and I really don't like chili or anything spicy, but for me that was an 8.
Fucking banging. Well,
That was an
fucking
8.
Banging.
That was
You also had the
Dick Turpin,
Turpin.
which is a smoky dark
And
rum.
my god, for a dark rum, that's really like flavoursome. I'm a big fan.
That was your
I didn't
favourite,
buy
wasn't
it,
it?
but I would have bought it, but I've got like so much of like that kind of stuff at home. So I'm
You
like,
got Guy Fawkes, didn't you?
I bought the Guy Fawkes one instead.
And then
Something
the
different.
last one you... oh yeah, what did you rate Dick Turpin out? That was my least favourite, so I'd
Probably
probably
my
say like
favourite
a
out
6.
of 5. It's a good 9. It's a good 9.
And then you... the last one is Vinny the Cat Tiki God. And
Cat Tiki God.
he is a caramelised pineapple. And I really like that one
It's
too.
like-
That's probably like a joint
If you've ever
favourite,
had,
so like
like,
9.
Captain Morgan Tiki, it's a bit like that, but like
A little
it's got more
sweeter.
sweet. It's very sweet. It's nice.
Yeah, I had mixes with a few of mine. I drank a few of mine straight.
Yeah.
They also give you a cup of water halfway round, which is really good.
I thought it was just great overall. Like, yeah,
And
it's a must do. It's a must do in York.
We have, as you saw, I filmed our certificate. We made the oath and we have joined the Villain Society. I was like, Ewan's going to find that bit really cringe, but you actually really
it's
liked
good. Probably
it.
because I've had a few shots, but you know. But yeah, no, really good. I highly recommend do it.
Yeah, it's £25 a person, so £50
Yeah.
for the 2 of us. Definitely an experience
Absolutely.
worth doing, especially if you like rum.
Absolutely.
But now we're off to our last activity, I can't speak, for today. We are going to York's Chocolate Story.
Let's do it.
Which I'm really excited for. Oh yeah, also on the tour you get 10%
10% off in the shop, so it's worth it. We made a purchase.
And there's something else I was going to say and I can't remember. Oh yeah, I tried a gin.
Just tried a gin
I
as well.
tried watermelon and raspberry gin and I've come out with a bottle of it because that's really nice. All the rums are about 37.5%, so they are very strong, and the gin is 40.
It's just like normal strength for rum, really. Like 35 to 40% is kind of normal.
But yeah, we have to go and make our time slot for
Yeah.
our last
What time's
activity.
the time slot?
3 o'clock, I think. Oh shit.
Is it actually 3 o'clock?
Yeah, sure. We're gonna move. But we'll see you guys once we're out.
Wait. Hello.
We have just come out of the York Chocolate Story.
It was really good. Really interesting. It was more educational, I would say, than Campbell's World.
Yeah, they're very proud of their chocolate heritage here.
Yeah.
They talk about the Roundtrees family, the Cravens, and Terry's chocolate orange, which is my favourite chocolate in the
It's
world.
also a lot more guide-led than Campbell's World.
Yeah, she was really good, wasn't she?
Yeah, I thought it was great.
You get given a lot of samples in there,
More samples than Campbell's World.
which I was loving, and it's probably cheaper than Cadbury's World, so it's very good value for money. And we got to make our own chocolate lolly at the end.
It was really good. I enjoyed it.
I took a picture of
I
them.
don't even like chocolate, and I enjoyed it.
Yeah, Ewan actually tried some chocolate in there.
Yeah.
He likes the dark chocolate in there, I think.
Yes.
Whereas I really like my milk chocolate. And yeah, it was a really nice experience. We were in there probably for about an hour and a bit, I think,
Yeah.
weren't we?
Yeah, I'd say so.
But yeah, that is all the attractions for today. We are going to go back to the Airbnb.
Have a relax.
We're going to have a takeaway tonight, I think,
Hell
aren't
yeah.
we?
Hell yeah, that's what's going to happen.
And then what else are we doing? Tomorrow, before we head home, we have the amazing world of Professor Kettlestring. We have the Boneyard Cemetery escape room. And we have the National Railway Museum to end this weekend.
Good.
3 very nice activities to end on. Professor Kettlestring was a brand new experience that opened in January, so it's very new. So we're doing it a month and a half after it opened.
Yeah.
So that'll be interesting to see, won't it?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to tomorrow. It's going to be a fun one.
And then yeah, so we'll leave you for now and we'll say good night. Enjoy your Saturday, and we'll see you
in the morning.
bright and early Sunday morning. It's our last morning in York, and where are we again?
Drifting. I'm excited. This place is really good. I've got exactly the same thing I had yesterday. I do not care.
I've had fried eggs today instead. But yeah, it's so nice in here. And then we'll talk a little bit about what we're doing today before we head home.
Hell yeah.
Also, I bought this roll-on eyeshadow yesterday from Boots. It's by L'Oreal and oh my god, it's amazing. York is really one of the most beautiful cities I've ever
It's hella
visited.
pretty.
It's so lovely. And we just found this Adventurers Hall, which is like the world's oldest guild hall. So we've said when we come back, we probably go in there and climb Clifford's Tower.
Yeah.
But we're actually here this morning for a brand new attraction that only opened in January. It is literally behind this pillar here. There it is. We are going to the puzzling world of Professor Kettlestring.
Illusions.
You have no clue what
Apparently
this...
it's illusion.
It looks very nice. You can tell it's very new.
Yeah.
Which is exciting. I don't think they're actually open yet. It doesn't look open.
I saw someone going. Maybe.
Yeah. Nine
Oh, so you wait there.
9 immersive rounds. Gift shop. And you in. Look! Welcome to the vlog of dreams. There are many, many needs. Look at it! Look at me! I'm everywhere! Hi!
That one's crazy.
This took us a while to see, didn't we?
Yeah.
And then we're just trying to figure this one out. This is really trippy. So go in your first corner. He looks very small. And then move. Looks like you're going to get knocked out. This is so cool. I love it.
Sideways room.
I love a sideways room.
It's quite funny.
I like this too. We have just come out of Professor Kettlestring's Puzzling World. It was really good fun actually.
It was very good. I enjoyed that. It was very nice, leafy. It was very steampunky.
Yeah, the music in there makes a very nice atmosphere.
Yeah.
All the puzzles are really good. There's loads of interactive ones too.
Yeah.
Where like Ewan's
get
favourite room
photos.
was like a sideways room.
Yeah.
What happens in the sideways room?
Everything is on its side and you sit down, and then when you get the photo, you're like sideways.
It is really cool, isn't it?
It's funny.
It's £9.99 for entry, and
I'd say it's worth the money.
for what you get in there, I'd say that's
I think
not
a good
overpriced.
comparison. It's the same length of experience as the Your Big Viking Centre.
Yeah.
That costs £10. The Your Big Viking Centre costs £16.
Yeah.
There you go.
But yeah, no, I really enjoyed it. We have an escape room booked soon called the Boneyard Cemetery or Bonegate Cemetery.
It's scary.
It's a spooky one. We haven't done an escape room together since before
December.
Christmas. So I'm
Louis is
excited.
obsessed with escape rooms.
His run was his present yesterday, and I booked an escape room for me. So
Just
yeah.
gotta do it. Anyway.
But
let's
yeah,
go.
we're going to go for a wander, and I think we might show you a very interesting pub quickly. So come along with us. So here we are outside the Golden Fleece, which is
Haunted.
very haunted, as you can. I'll just let some people.
Yeah. It's very haunted.
It is
It is Yvette Fielding most haunted.
most haunted.
It actually
in.
was on most haunted.
So here you go. I will go down this as slowly as I can. And here we go, the 5 ghosts. We've learnt about 2 of them on the Ghost Bus tour, didn't
Lady
we?
Alice Peckett being one of them.
And
One-eyed Jack being the other.
no, it's the kid Jeremy.
Was it?
Yeah,
He's not on here. Oh no, I know, I see him.
small child.
No, it wasn't One-eyed Jack. This one.
So this small child was a boy called Jeremy, and he was attending his first public execution literally over there. And the head came off, and what did he do? He stole the head went to show the horses, and the horses trampled the kids to death. And then it said that up in that third window right at the top, people have seen Jeremy holding the head.
That is hella creepy.
It's so creepy, especially because it's a kid. But yeah, we're going to head towards our escape room, I think. So we'll go for a wander, maybe up the shambles again.
Afternoon. Well, nearly.
We are waiting to go in our game.
It's gonna be good.
I'm really excited for this. It is the Boneyard or Bonegate Cemetery.
Bookie. The Bookie Boneyard
sounds
Cemetery.
spooky. Are we going to
Bookie.
escape?
Maybe.
I hope we do.
We nearly did that for the last one.
Yeah, but a lot of the stuff was broken
Yeah,
in the
that as
Leicester
well.
one.
That as well.
Yeah, we're just waiting. They're setting up the room, and then I think we might be going in a little bit earlier, which is always good.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're just gonna chill, and we'll see you guys when we come out. We have just come out of the Boneyard Cemetery escape room, and we escaped in about 51 minutes.
52 minutes. It was good.
That's one of the best escape rooms we've done.
Yeah, I agree. That was really fun.
Probably, is that your favourite one you've done?
I think so. Yeah, at least since we've been on our travels.
And
That's been very fun.
yeah, it was really good. We basically had to,
Yes, there's a lot of different, there was a million different numbers.
yeah, it
We
was
had to
really good fun. And you mainly play in the dark.
Yeah.
We're not going to give,
It's a 2-room special. But
yeah, 2-room special. A lot of back and forth between the 2 rooms,
Yeah.
but absolutely fantastic.
I thought it was great.
Our game master,
He was good.
Jake, was so good, so friendly. So yeah, highly recommend a visit for you if you're ever in York. It wasn't
Yeah,
too
100%.
badly priced as escape rooms go. For the quality in there, I actually think they're probably undercharging compared to the bigger
much was
ones
it?
you see. It was literally like 25 quid each.
Oh yeah, that's worth the money easily.
Like,
The escape.
for escape rooms, that's on a cheaper thing, but again, I do think they might be undercharging a bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, absolutely loved it.
We're gonna get some lunch now, and then
Yeah.
we're gonna show you the National Railway Museum and a bit more.
Yeah, it's almost our time is up. It's been a lovely week, but we're going to come back at some point
Yeah.
to do some other bits we haven't done yet.
100%.
But we're going to head into McDonald's, so we'll catch up with you guys soon. We have arrived at our final attraction of the weekend. Where are we, Ewan?
The National Railway Museum.
Are you looking forward to this?
Yeah, I'm not the biggest train enthusiast, but I find it quite interesting.
Yeah, I it's something you want to come and look
Yeah,
at
it's
when
one of the
you're
major
here.
things here, so that's why.
And I'm going to spin you around because Ewan just pointed something really interesting out. So they are working on all of this.
A lot coming. Looks like they're really expanding it into a massive
They're doing a big
attraction.
station hall, which will be opening in September this year.
It's one of the major bits from Bluesky.
And a miniature railway will open.
Yeah?
That'll be really nice to come back and look at, actually. I would. This is somewhere I would always come back to. It's free entry.
Refurb stuff, yeah.
But anyway, we're going to head into the main show hall. So built in the centre of the main Great Hall is this turntable. And I have a sneaky suspicion it probably works. And there's probably demonstrations at certain times of this moving.
Yeah, it looks like it. We probably missed it, but you know.
Or they change which train is sat in the middle each day, potentially.
Well, yeah, just because you look at it and there's train tracks.
Yeah.
I have a feeling this was meant to be maybe here.
Yeah. But we're going to show you some of the trends now. And look at this Evening Star. This is a beautiful train. And it was built in Swindon.
There is a lot of choo-choo trains.
This
Hell of a
is,
lot of choo-choo trains.
I like this one a lot. Big buffers. See, I'm tiny. I'm so small. I like this little one here too. It's called Box Hill. She's really small and cute. Cheltenham!
Cheltenham.
This is really nice. Here's a slightly better view of the Evening Star, which is a gorgeous train. It's a big train. Here's this train. It's really interesting seeing these old style of carriages.
Yeah.
And here is a coupling. So that rail couples them up and joins the carriages together. And unlike modern trains today, you don't have a door where you can cross between them. I love how the paint still looks quite new. It doesn't look old, and these have probably been around for years
Many years.
and years. There's a man, George Stevenson, I think his name is. This is so cool. I love it. I love it. It's my favourite type of thing. This is a really nice way to end a weekend in York, or even start your weekend, because it's right by the train. So if you're coming by train, this is so easy to get to. This is a really cute little, I think this is a traction engine, I think. And this looks like Donald and Douglas from Thomas the Tank Engine. The two Scottish twins. This looks like them. Have you seen a Thomas yet?
No.
Shame on you.
No.
Shame on you.
Anyway,
There's a really nice old carriage.
another nice old carriage.
And this train looks gorgeous. But for right now, we're going to stop showing you round the Great Hall for now. We will show you the other half very soon, but what are we about to do?
It's time for everyone's favourite theme park trend of the late 2010s.
This is probably done a lot better.
It probably is done a lot better, but yeah, let's go.
We're doing the Flying Scotsman VR experience, and it's all to celebrate 100 years of this train a couple of years ago, and it's going to be really interesting. I'm really excited for this actually.
Oh, good. It looks quite good.
Virtual reality for Scotsman.
So we're going to wait here for it, and we'll see you guys after.
Hello.
So we just did the Flying Scotsman immersive VR experience.
Made by Figment, who also made Darren Brown's Ghost Training. When I saw that sign, I was like, oh god, this is going to be terrible.
You were a bit worried.
Yeah.
It was really good.
It was great. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was fantastic.
It's very informative. There's a nice use of different effects as well.
Yeah, there's like heating, there's family spoilers, but yeah, there's like heating moments, there's fans. You walk with the headsets, which is quite unique. Not many VR experiences do that. The only time I've really done that was Phantom of the Opera at Europa.
Yeah.
And that was sick.
The floor vibrates.
VR, that was cool as hell.
Yeah.
Forgot one bug. Oh yeah, the floor vibrates as well. That's another one. Forgot one bug for it is that the effects kind of stopped me from being able to hear what was being said. A little bit. The fans really loud.
Yeah, that's true.
But also, I think that's a problem with the headsets because the ears didn't really fit on my ears.
Yeah.
They were kind of up here.
You had a lot of trouble putting on your.
I think it's because I wear
VR
glasses
headset
as well, but it did take me out of it a little bit. But also, I don't think it bugged it. I mean, it's good. It's good. VR experience ain't going to be perfect. It's good.
For £7, well worth it.
I'd say it's worth £7. Yeah.
Well worth it. And also a nice little touch. The staff. You start your journey at King's Cross, and then you end up in Edinburgh Waverley.
Yeah, nice touch.
Very nice touch. But we're going to take you around the rest of the Great Hall. We got a few over that way and kind of over that way to show you, and then we'll wrap up our weekend in York. But this is definitely a really nice way to end it. It's very chilled, very relaxed. But let's go see some more choo-choos.
Restoration.
So this is nice to see them working on this old narrow gauge carriageway. So this would have been used on the Devon and Somerset Railway. And yeah, you can see all the seats look a little bit worn and torn, but it sounds like they're renovating it, which is nice.
Yeah.
What's this over here?
It's just a freight carriage.
It's a big one for the Great Western Railway. You got a milk tank.
If you were a massive train enthusiast, this is like Disneyland.
It is. This is so cute. This is Pet. How cute is Pet, Ewan?
Kind of cute. It's a bit of metal. But other than that,
But it's so small.
if it was called Pet, would you find? If it wasn't called Pet, would you find it as cute?
Probably. It's just so small. Like me. Like me.
Should we have a look up here?
Yeah, let's go up.
We are going to Brighton.
Oh, that's a nice carriage. Look how lush the seat.
That is lovely.
It's better if
So
I
I
go
find
that
really
way.
interesting. There's no walkway. You're just kind of in a little baby area.
Yeah. I'm guessing
If
like
you're a big group of like 8 people, you'd love that. You'd have a right bar.
in like the old days, you'd book just a carriage and you wouldn't move in between. You'd have an allocated seat for the whole thing.
Yeah.
Allocated seats these days never work.
No. Literally.
And this is a lovely little train. I really like this one. I like the colour red. It's like a very deep, dark red.
Dark red. It's like a maroon. You can look on this one. I don't know what this is.
LMS.
There's a sign over there.
Duchess of Hamilton, I think it's called. We'll walk around and show you
Yeah, Duchess of
the
Hamilton,
front.
that's it. Awesome.
Wow. Tender bracket. Handbrake. Oh, so this is the handbrake for the train.
Oh, no.
Over there, that's where they put the water in. But yeah, let's go and look at the front of this one. Ewan can show us the way. Holding some gin and soap that we've bought. Well, I've bought. And look, this is where the guard and the luggage would be. in that carriage we showed you. Here's the Duchess of Hamilton. Yeah, this is the front. This nose car, you can kind of see where it curves around. Lovely.
Oh, it's not the front, sorry.
This isn't the Flying Scotsman. It looks very much like it. Lodestar.
1907. Similar era, but 20 odd years off.
That's really pretty. Wow, that's an old one. Over there, that's from 1851. This one here.
This is one of the coolest ones.
This shows you all the inner workings of the train.
Awesome.
It's very interesting, isn't it? Should we go and have a look at this one, and then we can look at the Mallard, which is a very famous train.
Dynamo meter car. They're alright, I guess. Better than the MR.
London North Eastern Railway. Let's go up. Oh, look at it. This is a nice cabin, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is the Mallard, which again, after the Flying Scotsman, this broke a speed record. I think it was like 120.
126.
There it is. There's a little plaque on the side of the train. This is just... It's a big old train, this one, isn't it? It's huge. I love that one. That's probably my favourite thing here. We haven't actually seen the Flying Scotsman in person, so
I don't know if it's here, to be honest.
I'm
I
guessing
really
it's
don't know if it's here.
probably on the lines, because it would normally be here. We haven't looked at that diesel one properly. There's another trend. There's a high-speed train here, intercity. And Ewan's favourite, the Eurostar, with a bit of the Channel Tunnel, which is very interesting.
Where is it?
A year before me. Yeah. I think these are the ones that probably ran from Waterloo,
Yeah.
which is very interesting. Just before I started this clip, Ewan was going on about a toilet with a funny wash on this train.
It's Japanese train, so I thought, like, you know.
It's really cool, isn't it? Oh look, they've even turned the lights on.
Oh, sick.
This is a proper Japanese bullet train. It's cool, isn't it?
That'd be hella cool.
So we need to show you a couple of things over here.
Yeah.
But
There's train carriage you can go into.
yeah, do you want to do those?
Should we look at the model railway quickly?
Yeah, while we're around here. And there's a train here. This is a Channel Tunnel construction
Oh, so this is what we
locomotive.
used to build the channel. Transport all the stuff in.
That's really cool. And that's a nice looking engine there too.
In Minecraft terms, this is a minecart Winchester. I'm sorry.
Stop.
I'm sorry.
Be a bit sensible. This is a nice train. I like this train. Look at the baby one. Stop it.
Okay, I'll be sensible now.
I like the little ones too. That's really sweet. This is a model of, what is it, Ewan?
India, one bay Central India Railway locomotive. This is an Indian train.
That's a really nice train, actually.
Oh no, it's not. It's when it's based on an English kind of style train, but it's Indian.
I like.
So there you go.
Should we look at these trains and then walk back round into the middle to do
Yeah.
the other ones we haven't? Here's a diesel engine. Now that is a big engine to power a train.
Not Diesel 10.
Probably did
Diesel
power
10.
Diesel
Top
10.
10 most terrifying characters in cinema. Number 1, Diesel 10.
Here's another carriage. We showed you all of these earlier on, so we're going to go around this way. And yeah, these are the few we haven't shown you yet. This big one. Look at that sleeper on the front. Works like a snowplow.
Also makes films for me. Something really interesting, I think. So you know the turntable we showed you earlier.
Yeah.
I don't know if we said this, but look at this. I'm guessing they can move any of the train carriages onto the turntable if they really wanted to.
Yeah. And like we said, we haven't seen the Flying Scotsman, so we guess it's currently not at the museum. It's currently out on the tracks.
Yeah.
Which is a shame, but who knows? Maybe we'll get to go on it soon.
It's hella cool.
I like this one. This one's nice. We got another little one there. This is a really pretty train.
D-class number 737.
I like this one. And then you got this little one here. We've shown you all the other ones behind this one. You haven't seen this one yet.
Wow.
Do you want to have a walk through your train?
I like the one on the train. I'm going to guess this one is from the 2000s.
Okay.
And also
221.
yeah, it's a Japanese train.
Ewan's very excited to walk through this.
I think this is so cool.
So,
Which one is it?
look at these. Look at this carriage.
Oh my god.
It's got little lamps.
Oh no, this is a Shinkansen. It's from 1976.
So it's quite
That
an
looks
old
so new
one.
for what it is.
It does.
It shows you Japan are just ahead of the curve of everything. Like
Literally.
technology, they're just crazy. And one thing, I do really want to go to Japan at some point.
Yeah,
And
I do.
experience this kind of stuff. Like,
There's all the old signals as well. So yeah, this will be our last little bit to show you from inside the museum today. And then we'll wrap up the video once we get outside. Trash. Trash. Go on. Are they comfy?
they're quite comfy. They're not as comfy as like. But also, it's from the 70s.
Oh my god, that's...
It's got like, it feels like it's got air in it.
Yeah, I sat down and it went... You got a little table. Armrests. It's a very pretty
Very
train.
wide train.
It's a very, very, very pretty train inside. And it's weird, one side is seats are 3 and those are 2s back to back.
Yeah.
Do you want to go see the model railway before we leave?
Let's do it.
We've got one more thing to show you. It's really pretty. So motorman must be Japanese for driver, because there's the driver's seat and there's all the cabin.
Yeah.
Go on then. You happy with that?
That's sick. Take me to Tokyo now, please.
Fuji-Q Highline. So here's a little model railway. There is a different section with different trains.
That's massive.
It's really pretty.
Cows.
St Paul's Road Station. Look at that.
It's going chugga, 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 chugga.
We'll go.
I wonder why that's going backwards.
Chugga, 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 chugga. Awesome.
Look, he's pulling some little things along on the back. Signal box, I'm guessing. Off he sets on his journey.
There you go, chugga, chugga.
There's one moving here. Sugar soap. This is really, really
Looks
cool.
very like.
It'll be nice to come
20th
back
century.
when they have their big miniature railway reopened too.
Yeah.
And Station Hall. That'll look really nice when it opens later this year. I'm guessing these are other trains they can put on the tracks.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're going to head out and we'll wrap up the video when we get outside. This is fun. Yes. And so with that, our Valentine's weekend away to York has come to an end.
Really fun. Had a great weekend, haven't we?
Yeah, it's been really good. We've done a lot of stuff covered in this video. I will put as much information as I can either on the screen or in the description about prices and things like that. But yeah, what's been your favourite activity of the weekend?
Activity was the rum tasting.
That was so fun.
Because I
wasn't
love
it?
rum.
That was really
But honestly,
fun.
everything we did today, like Railway Museum was really interesting. The dungeons was good as always.
The escape room was really
Escape
good
room was
today.
really good. It's just been a fun day, hasn't it?
Yeah. Did a new attraction in the form of the Puzzling World of Professor Kettlestring this morning. That was really
Yeah,
good.
I like that. I thought it was good.
Ate loads of chocolate
Yeah.
at the York Chocolate Story and went back in time to the Vikings and smelt some horrible smells that Ewan
It
hated.
was not nice.
I wish I could have shown you guys his reaction.
It was not nice.
His nose was in
I
his
was
coat.
like, nah, man.
But yeah, we've had a really nice time. I do feel sad leaving the city, but we'll be back. There's some
come
other
back
stuff
here
we want to see, isn't there?
And it's not far, if you're in the theme parks, it's not far from Flamingo
Yeah, so maybe join it
So
up.
if you want to do that trip together, it's worth doing a day here.
But anyway, we're going to head back off to Leicester and London. The next video on the channel will be a Chesington Zoo day from me, and I will be joined by Adam.
I will unfortunately not be there because I'm just not there.
And then the video after Chessie will be the long-awaited Gunpowder Plot video. We did do it together.
Yeah.
But I'm going back with Adam, so I just thought I'd get a little bit more footage since it's closing, do it justice.
And then the theme park season
And then the
starts.
theme park season starts, and
Blackpool.
you'll have a couple of videos from our weekend in Blackpool. Ewan's never stayed at the Big Blue, so we'll include a little hotel room tour and a breakfast tour of stuff at Big Blue. You'll have a Pleasure Beach vlog, and whatever we decide to do on the Sunday, I think we're going to try and do Sandcastle again.
Yeah.
If not, it will be Merlin. If not, I'm sure we'll get back later in the year to go and do the Pleasure Beach again and the Merlin.
Yeah.
But anyway, we're going to go get our bags, head back to the station. Thank you for joining us in this video. I hope you've enjoyed it.
See you soon.
Please do like, comment, subscribe, all that jazz. We're nearing our next goal for subscribers. We've had a nice bout of growth recently, which is really nice.
So honestly, if you're enjoying the content, please do subscribe, please do give us a like and comment any feedback. I really appreciate it, positive or negative.
Yes, and also comment anywhere you want us to cover, because we're happy to do so. We like going out on little adventures and travels. If there's anywhere you think we should go and cover, or something you think we should go and see, do let us know. But anyway, we'll see you guys, well, I'll see you guys at Chesney.
See you soon.
Bye.